Have I shared the screen?
Not yet, sir.
Not yet, okay. This is just a quick review of what we have discussed so far. Okay, our objective for today is to be able to finish this file, and then after that we go to, we will jump, as I mentioned a while ago, we will jump to machine learning instead of going into the time series and portfolio optimization. We tackle first machine learning because I think these are newer topics for you. All right. So we learned that in Quantmod, we can ask, we can use certain several codes, several functionalities. Okay, these are just some examples where we're asking if the object that we downloaded, which is Apple One, if it contains open, high, low, close prices, whether it has a volume. Okay, we ask what's the highest price and the lowest price of the series. Okay, then we also plotted this, and we learned that the Quantmod charts, the chart series of Quantmod is a very good way to plot this. Okay, so let me plot that. Okay. We ended here. Okay, we ended there, right? Okay. Right. We actually don't see this much, but later on we will subset this, and we will see this candle chart. Okay, why don't we do this? We can get the, let's use a particular code. Okay. Okay, why don't we do this? Let's let's create another object just for plotting. Okay, let's copy this, guys. Let's copy the code that we have for Apple One, and then let's go here. Okay, we ended here. Let's insert another, insert R. Okay, and then let's let's call this Apple, and then let's call it limited. Okay, and then let's make it just for, let's say, 3 months. So from 2020, okay, October, November, December. Let's make it. Okay, why don't we make it the last 3 months? Okay, August, September, October. Okay, let's make it August. 09, 01, 09, 01 to 2021. So that's August, September, October. 10, okay, 10/31. Okay, so here we're going to download Apple prices, and then let's limit the date from August 1 to October 31, just 3 months, and then daily prices also. And then let's view this Apple limited lim. Okay, I'll run this code chunk. Okay, so we only have 42 entries. Okay, I'll give you some time to work on that. Then we're going to use a chart series. When you're done, please tell me. Thank you, Ronnie. So let's wait for the others. So we created a new object called Apple Limited. We're just accessing the prices. We could have used Apple. We could have subsetted Apple 1, but we did otherwise. We just reused the get symbols function.
Yes, sir.
You're done. Okay, thank you, sister. So let's wait for Robbie and for Love.
Sorry, sir, I'm quite lost.
Okay.
Can I share my screen?
Yeah, sure. Wait, I'll stop sharing.
I think...
I have to make you all co-host. Yes, okay. Make co-host. I'll make everybody co-host.
I'm not quite sure if this is still due to from the error I got last.
Oh, yes. But could we see? I think you were having challenges or difficulty in downloading the stock price. Was that so, Love? If I can recall. But could you kindly share your screen?
Sir, disabled pa po. Sharing screen.
You're already more. Make co-host. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's see. The new Quantmod that we used just now. Go down. Have you loaded Quantmod, Love?
Sorry, sir. Which one, sir?
The Quantmod package. You have to load Quantmod package first. Library. Library Quantmod. Yeah, you have to load. Okay. Loading. Okay, maybe load also the other packages. That whole code chunk. There. Okay. Need to. Okay. All right. So I think you're okay. So go down, please. Did you retype the get symbols function?
This one, sir?
No, not that one. Okay. The Apple one. Apple one. Go to Apple one. Go down. There. So kindly copy that. Okay, and go down. Where we plotted our curve. Still go down. Go down. Go down. There. After row 162. Okay.
Just a continuation of this chunk, sir?
Just create a new one.
Okay.
Better, Love. Go to the tabs above. You see the plus there on the right. On the right. Go up. Upper portion. Beside the arrow down, arrow up and arrow down. Can you see the arrow? No. Go down. Okay. Can you see the run button?
I think, yeah.
Run button to the left of that. To the left.
But,
there. Click that. Click. There. R. Okay. So where's that? So down. I think you have to go down. I think inserted it. No. Go up. Go up, up.
162.
Where was that? I think you inserted it. No, up, up. Oh, yeah, it should be there. Where's your chart series?
Chart series, sir?
Yeah,
And
we plotted that, right? Go down. Go down, go down, go down, go down. Oh, where is that?
I think this one, sir, is since I wasn't able to load the package last time.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. Sige. All right. Go to before 193, row 193. There. Can you insert there insert there, insert chunk?
then paste
And
the
then you go to the 190, to the end of 190. Enter. Okay, so that it's separated. Okay. And then I think you have to copy the AAPL1 code. Where's your Apple one get symbols function? There. Okay, please copy that. Okay, there. And then just replace Apple one with just to have the same name, Apple, and then underscore LIM limited. Remove one there. And then change the date to 2021 from no, the 2010. Change the year to 2021 from there 2021 09, okay, 01, and then to 2021 10 31. Okay, and then view there.
Apple lang, sir.
Limit kasi that's what we created. Okay. Sige, kindly run that. Okay. Okay, now you have it, no? From August 1 up to, so we have 42 entries. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Okay. Right. So let me okay, so I think everyone is co-host. Okay, so let me share my screen. Okay, so what we have done was create another object, and it's called Apple Limited. So I just want to just briefly discuss with you the OHLC. It's an XS object also. There are 42 observations. Okay, so it's easier to understand the plot if we have fewer data points. So let's plot chart series AAPL lim limited. Okay, there. Okay, now we can see better. Okay, the candle chart. Okay, I think you're familiar with the candle chart, but just for purposes of discussion, and in case you're not familiar with this. Okay, so this Quantmod, for the chart series, Quantmod plots a candle chart type. Okay, so what's the difference between the orange and the green? Does anyone know, guys? What's the difference between the orange and the green?
For the day, for orange, it ended at low.
Okay,
While
so
for the green, it closes at high.
higher. Okay, okay, that's good. So you see here the candle, and there are wicks. Okay, the WICKS. Okay, we call it the wick. Okay, WICK. It's the vertical line. Okay, it's a vertical line. So there are 4 parts here. Let's take a look at this candle. There are 4 parts here. Or let's use another one. Maybe a clearer one. This one. This one. Okay. So you have 1, the end of this week, and then 2, okay, the bottom part of this candle, and then 3, you have the top part of the candle, and then 4, the top part of the wick. Okay, and this they represent numbers. Okay, they represent numbers. So what do you think is this one at the bottom? Remember, you link this to OHLC, open, high, low, close. This one should be, anyone?
Lowest price.
Yeah, this one should be the lowest price. This is the L in OHLC. This one, on the other hand, is this is the H, the highest. Okay, so this is the lowest. Intraday trading, this was the lowest price within the day, and then this was the highest price. Now, how about this? How about this candle? What will this be? Okay, so it's either opening or closing. Okay, this is the low, and this is the high. So that's the O and H. These two will be the opening and closing. This will be the OC. Okay, since it's colored orange, okay, it means that the closing, okay, is lower than the opening. It means that the price of the stock closed lower. So this should be the opening, and this should be the closing price. Okay, so this is what this candle means. So it's a diagram. It's a pictorial way to present your OHLC data. On the other hand, if the candle is colored green, as far as our Quantmod is concerned, okay. So let's take a look at. Let's take a look at. Okay, how about this one, guys? How about this one? You can barely see the end of the wick, but let's just assume that the bottom of the wick is the same as the bottom of the candle. Let's just assume that. So how do we interpret this? It's green. It's green. Therefore, we know that there was an increase in the price. Okay, intraday increase. So definitely, guys, the bottom of the candle will be your opening, and the topmost part of your candle will be your closing. Okay. Now, how about the high and low? Okay. Again, I'm assuming, guys, that there's no wick here. No, there's a small one here, but we can barely see it. But let's just say that it's the it's the same as the ending of the candle. So the lower part of the wick is always your lowest, and the highest part is your highest, of course. So this is the highest price in the day, within the day, and then assuming that your lowest wick is also here, okay, then we say that the lowest price was at the opening price. Okay, so that's what this means. Okay, when there is no wick there, and then it coincides with the line here in the candle, then we say that the lowest price is the same as the opening price of the stock. Okay, so that's what we can see from the where am I? Okay, that's what we can see from the OHLC plot of our stock price. Okay, was the explanation clear, sister? The candlestick, was the explanation clear?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Ronnie, did you get it?
Sorry, sir, I don't know the last candle. I
Okay.
think should be the yellow one because the
Which one?
price
Which
is
one?
the last one.
The last one, which is? Are
Should
you referring
last-
to our example? This one?
Yeah. The
Okay.
right one should be price decrease, right? Should be.
Yeah, it's increase. Yes. So the opening.
I mean, the last one should be decrease because the open price is higher than the close price, right?
The open price
Is
is
higher than the close price.
if it's colored red. If it's if it's colored green, then we say that the price increased within the
Yes.
day.
Yes.
So this should be the opening. Yeah, this should be the opening. This one, the bottom,
150.
yeah, around 150, and the closing will be around that's around 153, around approximately.
Yeah, I mean the last one, the right one.
This last one.
Yeah.
The last one, this one.
Yes.
The last one, it's green, so it's green, so it should also be also an increase. Yeah.
Yeah, but the open price is 150.
Yeah,
But
the open is around 146, 147 maybe. Yeah, that will be the opening. Now now it's there might be some differences in the opening of the previous period and the closing of the previous period and the opening of the next period because of adjustments in the prices.
Okay.
So it's not like inventory. Okay, so when we're talking of tangible things like inventory, where we know that the ending of the one period of the previous period is the same as the opening of the following period, just like cash. Okay, when we look at cash balances, the ending of the cash today will be the opening cash balance the following day. But it's not the same as in stock prices because of adjustments. If I may show you, let's take a look at Apple Limited. Okay. All right, take a look at this. This is August 1. Okay, you notice that the closing of August 1, 152.51, is not the same as the opening of August 2, right? Did you see this, Frank? 152 was the closing of August 1, but it was not the opening of August 2. Did you get that, Frank? Is that clear, or are you still confused with our?
Yeah, I get it.
Got it?
Thank you.
Okay. What's important here is you base it on the color. Okay, on the color of the candlestick. So if it's green, automatically you know that there was a price increase. So which means that the lower part of the candle is your opening, and the higher part of your candle is your closing price. Okay.
Okay. Got it.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So let's move on, guys. Let's move on in our discussion. Yeah, am I? Yeah, I think I'm using the, yeah. This is the same file because I remember I placed here some notes. Okay, November 12, that was last Saturday. Okay, so let's continue with some more functions of Apple, some more functions from Quantmod. So here we're creating an object, Apple 2010. Okay, and here we're only getting the 2010 prices. Okay, remember this is subset. Okay, subset means just to get a certain part of your Apple one. In this case, we're creating Apple 2010, and then we say that create an object Apple 2010, and it should just be a subset of Apple one. The brackets here, if you recall, it means subset. Okay, subset 2010. So if we run this, and we see that a new object was created, Apple 2010. It's also an XTS object. Okay, and then we can click this. Okay, and it's just a subset. See, this is January 4, 2010. There are 252 entries, which is the approximate number of days of trading in the stock market, particularly in the US. I'm not sure about the other. Yeah, also in the others. Okay, most probably almost the same. There. up to December 31, 2010. So we were able to subset a portion of our Apple One data. Okay. Okay, this one for 2011. This one is just for January. Okay, so we can actually subset. Okay, so this one is from June 2019 up to January 12, 2020. So this one is everything in Apple One. So it's just the same as Apple One. Okay, colon means everything. And this one, okay, from 2012 onward. Okay, actually we could have okay, let's just plot that, guys. Here, let's create another plot. Okay, we have chart series, chart S. A chart series. Okay, so what do we want to plot? Let's plot Apple One, but we want to get the the subset. Okay, so it's 2010. Let's see if we get the same answer. 2010. Okay, 2010, and then oops, 2010, 09, 01. Just like what we did a while ago, right? Until okay, 20. No, we use 2021. 2021. Let's copy this. Control C. Control V. 2021, and then we used October 31. Okay. All right. Now, will we get the same plot as the plot we did a while ago? Here, because here what we did was to download the stock prices from August 1 until October 31, 3 months. Okay. And then we plotted the series using chart series. Here, we didn't need actually to download another set of Apple because we can use the Apple data set that we have and then just subset it and then plot the chart series. Let's go. Okay, now I'm having a problem. Okay. What's my problem here? Until. Okay, sorry. It should be double. Apple One, okay. 210901. Okay, until 21/10/2031. What did I do wrong here? Control C, Control V. Okay, let me. Okay, if we do this, okay. So here we're able to copy or to subset, right? June 20 through January 12. Okay. Let's put this under the chart series. Okay. Now I know where was my mistake. Okay, did it plot? There. Okay. So it generated the plot. Okay, so my mistake here is that, okay, this one. So the code should be, okay, the correct code is, okay, just open and close quotes, not per date. Okay, so my mistake here, guys, was I inserted the close quotes here. Okay, it should only be at the beginning and the ending. Okay, so we can plot this. Still a mistake. Okay, wait. Chart series, Apple 1. Okay, one more. So it returns an error. Okay, because it will not allow, let me see. I think this one does not allow the dates. Okay, let me see this. But it allowed this one, right? Still wrong. Control Z. So can you see, guys, where I made the mistake here? 01, and then okay, this should have worked. Apple 1 brackets 2021 0901 until 2021 1031. Because we can actually, if I, okay, let me first run this. Control C. Control. If you run this, okay, there, it ran, guys. It ran. So it was it was able to subset. Where's that? Let me create an object here. Let me just call that A. 2021 0901 up to 2021 1031. AA, yeah. Zero width. Why does it have zero width? Why does it have zero width? Okay, I'm making a mistake here, guys. No, it doesn't recognize my code. 2021 0901 and then double colon 2021 1031. Can you see, guys, where's my mistake here? Yeah, it returns an object A. Okay, I named it A, but it does not include, it's a zero width, which means that nothing in it. Okay, no available data. Okay, why? Okay, so let me, okay. Sorry about that, guys. I was thinking that, I was experimenting. I was thinking that the chart series could plot, because we can subset, okay, just like this one, from 2019 June up to 2020. Okay, if we run this, yeah, there, it gives us the prices, okay, given the dates. Now I'm
Yeah.
yes.
I think because the Apple one only until
Oh,
31 2020.
oh, I'm so bad.
not until 2020.
Yeah. Sister, you're correct. Sorry, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. So this should work, guys. This should work. However, we have to change our Apple. It should be until it should cover up to October 31. Yes. Thank you, sister. Okay. Let me just note here. For a while, I thought there was something wrong with my code because AAPL1 is only until 2020. Okay. All right. Thank you, sister. Yes, you're correct. Yeah. Even if I keep on trying, guys, because definitely this will not work. Okay. This will not work because it doesn't. Apple is only up to 2020. Okay. All right. So if we make this 20, okay, let's make this 2020. Okay, and then 2020. Okay. Chart series. Okay, I'll just change this, Control C. Okay. So this should work now. Chart series.
Yan.
Okay. There. So where's my plot? Chart series Apple 1 2020 0901 to 2020 1031. Wrong again. There's some missing quotes there. Okay. Still wrong. Why? Still doesn't run. Numeric constant chart series Apple ups. Wrong code. Chart series Apple 1. So you see, guys, that R is quite particular about the. Okay. If you make it double quotes. Apple 1, okay, close. There. Okay, so why didn't it accept the single quotes? This one, but it's accepting this one. Here it's accepting the single quote, but here it's not accepting the single quote. Okay, so let me retry this, guys. Let me retry. Let's see if it will reject it again. Yeah, it's. There, it accepted it. Okay, so I think I missed out on the brackets a while ago. Yeah, I missed out on the brackets. Okay, so sorry guys for that. I was just experimenting. I was sometimes I tend to think while we're discussing. Okay. All right, so let's continue. And where are we now? You can also subset non-contiguous data. So just like this one, it's 2020, January, February, and December, only those 3 months. So if we run this, then we have this non-contiguous object. Where's that non-contiguous object? Non-contiguous here, okay? Why is it a character? Why is non-contiguous a character? Let's see. Where's our mistake here? Non-contiguous, okay. So, C. This is wrong. This should be AAPL. Why is there no AAPL here? AAPL1 and brackets. Subset that. Okay. Apologies, guys. I think kindly correct your codes, guys. I think this was deleted. Yeah, we're still working with Apple one. Okay, and we want only to get 2020 January, 2020 February, and 2020 December. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, so we have now an XTS object. Okay, so this will only include the 3 months of January, February, and November. Okay, or we can make use of this because we identified the non-contiguous as the name of an object of this object, and then we can just write Apple non-contiguous. Oops. Non.contiguous. Okay, what's wrong here? Apple one non-contiguous. Error. Why? Let's take a look at the syntax. Apple one and then subscript out of bounds. Apple one. Subscript out of bounds, AAPL1. In XTS, Apple one, non-contiguous. Okay, so what's wrong here? Why did I write this here? Okay, I don't know, guys, what's the error here? Wait, sorry. Oh, I keep, oh, no. Apple one and then just subset Apple one and then we subset let me see if this will work. Yeah, it's wrong. Okay, because we would like to subset Apple one with the object non-contiguous. Error in, let me see, as that XTS. Okay, this is still wrong. Yeah, not subsettable. That's correct. So let me guys, during the break, I'll take a look at this. I wonder why this is not working. So Apple one and then subset this object. Should we give this a name? Okay, maybe. Okay, maybe it should be given a name. Still error. Okay, still error. Okay, guys, let me work on this later. I placed it here because it was working before. So maybe I just forgot something here. Okay. Okay, apologies for this, guys. I'll go back to this during the break and then I'll explain why I'm not able to work on this. Okay, so we're just looking at the features of Quantmod. This software is really very powerful as far as downloading or getting prices of stocks from Yahoo, okay, and also from others which we're going to look at now. Okay, so this one gives us, it's like the tail function. Okay, the last gives us the last trading date of our object, which was December 31, 2020. Okay, that's the last, and then okay, this gives us the last 8 observations. Okay, so that should be there from 21 December up to 12/31. Okay, December 31. Okay, we could also get the last 3 weeks. Okay, last 3 weeks. So 3 weeks, that's around, because per week it's 5-day trading, so around 15. So that started with December 14 up to December 31. So 3-week trading. Okay. So this one, everything in Apple except the last 3 weeks. So it's the opposite of this one. It's the opposite of this one. Okay. And then we can also get the last 3 months. Okay, the first 2 weeks. Okay, etc. All right. So any questions, guys, about this additional functionalities as far as our Quantmod is concerned? Clear so far?
Clear so far, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. The others, sister, Robbie. Okay, thank you.
There.
Thank you, Ron. Okay. All right. We discussed last time about periodicity, right? You recall what periodicity is? It tells us if our data is daily, weekly, or monthly. Apple one, we know this to be daily data. So if we check the periodicity, it will give us daily periodicity. Okay. Okay, what's this? Unclass. Okay, unclass, guys. Unclass the periodicity of Apple one. So it tells us that there were between the beginning. Okay, so where's Apple one? So from 10/1/04 until December 31. Okay, so that's around how many years? 2010 up to 2010 until 2020, 11 years, right? So we take a look at this one. The output. Okay. 86,400, 3,000 times 3,000 times 86,400, 3,000 times 6, time difference of 86,400 days. Okay, I'm not sure about this, guys, the difference in time. 86,400 days, because if we're going to compute 11 years, okay, and 11 years times, let's say, let's make it 400 times 11, that will just give you around 40,000, more or less. Okay, I'm not sure about 86,400 days. 400 days. Okay, start and end. It just tells us that this is scale of daily, label is day. Okay, nothing much there. Okay, and then what will this do, guys? This one, 2 weekly Apple 1. What will that do? If we run this, okay, I think we did this before, well, before last meeting. It will convert it into weekly prices. Okay, so this is what this function will do. And then if it's only 2020 that we're interested in, okay, to weekly, so it gives us the weekly prices for 2020. Okay, so there are a lot of things that we can do here in using Quantmod. To monthly. Okay, so if we convert this to monthly, Apple, so there will only be monthly prices from January 2010 until December 2020. Okay, there, December 2020. And if we check for the periodicity of the 2 monthly function, of course, it will give us a monthly periodicity. Okay, so end days, Apple 1 gives us the, okay, let's run everything here. Okay, end days. This is the number of days in your Apple, number of training days, so that's 2,769. Okay, number of weeks, 574, months is 132, and years is 11. So we can get the frequency of your data using end days, end weeks, end months, and end years. Okay, now Yahoo also gives us some non-stock data. For example, the function getFX gives us the US dollar and Philippine peso exchange rate. Okay. So so best to give this a name. Okay, let's give this a name, guys. FX1. Okay. So dito on FX1, it's not an object. It's just this character. Okay, so nothing here. All right. FX1. Okay, I think I'm missing some lines here. I think when I migrated this, okay, why am I not getting this? Because actually for the exchange rate, it's best to use WANDA. Okay, I think I mentioned to you last time that it's best to use WANDA when we get exchange rate. Okay, why am I not getting anything here? There's something wrong with our code. Did you get a result, guys, when you run this? Hello?
Only USD PHP, sir.
Yeah, only the name, right? Did you get rates, guys?
If I click the periodicity, what is name? Periodicity.
Periodicity,
Yes.
daily periodicity. But why are we not getting the it's
Yes.
daily periodicity? Okay, from
I
21.
got, sir,
You got one?
USD PHP in the environment,
Yeah, but
the table.
here, yeah.
Yes,
Sorry,
yes,
yeah.
po. Yes, po.
Yeah, and when we gave it a name, it didn't work. Okay, I gave it a name FX1, it didn't work. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I have it here. So let's click this. Okay, so the exchange rate is limited. Okay, it's 524 until 524 until yeah, the most recent one, and it's daily rates. Okay, daily exchange rates 179, so that's around 100, that's around 6 months. Okay, 30 yeah, they give around 6 months of data. Okay, but of course you can I think you can get it from Yahoo. Okay, you can get more historical data. Okay, so this is just another example of what we can get, not only stock prices but also exchange rate. Okay, of course we can convert this, okay, to weekly. Okay, but we'll not do that anymore. Okay, now as I mentioned, guys, we can also other sources from Yahoo Finance. We can also get data from Wanda and from Fred. Okay, from Wanda and from Fred. These are two sites where, for Wanda, it's more of the currency. From Fred, it's a lot. Okay, have I shown you Fred, guys? Okay, let's just go to Fred and let's see what we can find here. I recall, I think I showed this to you last time, last meeting. Okay. So here's Federal Reserve, okay, of St. Louis. And there are tons and tons of data that you can get here, whether it's CPI, GDP, inflation, okay, money data, unemployment rate, interest rate, etc. Okay, I leave you guys to explore this. Tons and tons of data, lots and lots of data. Okay, so in your take-home quiz, guys, our quizzes here will be take-home. It will be, well, it's actually more on paper or exercise set. You can use Fred in order to get data for the exercises that are required of you. By next week, you'll have an assigned exercise for you to work on. Okay, so let me go back to R. Okay, so quickly, we have some more codes here. Okay, we already talked about this, the candlestick. Okay, chart series is the function used in Quantmod. So the chart series function can handle any time series object or time series like object. Okay, so it may be XTS or a zoo object, because there are many time series types of object. ITS, TS, time series, and many more. All of those types of time series can be handled by the chart series of Quantmod. Okay, so I think here we're just getting. Let's just do this sample. So get symbols. This is Netflix prices. Okay, and then let's plot Netflix, but only the adjusted prices. Okay, so here you have a plot, but this is not the Quantmod plot. This does not have the volume, and this is just a line, guys. It's not the candlestick, unlike the chart series of the candlestick. Okay, you have there both the volume and the candlestick form. Okay, we can subset it. Chart series only December of 2020. And there we have the candlestick once again. Okay, so here I just explained the process by which the charting is done. Okay, Quantmod makes use of what we call the chart object, the chub object. Okay, but we'll not here. The chub object will not go into the specifics of this. Okay, so a few more, guys. A few more. Okay, how about missing data? How about missing data? Let's take a look at missing data. Okay. Now, the problem with the Yahoo Finance data is that the data excludes trading holidays and weekends. Okay, so you will not see any visible flat spot or any let's say non-price in a particular day. Okay, so what do we do with this? Okay, let's take a look at an example. Okay, here we're plotting Netflix. Okay, and we're going to delete from the Netflix observation the data. We will create an object called data.missing, and it's a subset from the Netflix data. Okay, we remove the 2000 up to the 3000 data, and then we're going to plot it. So let's see. Okay, as you notice, guys, here, so what can we say about this plot? We created an object called data.missing, and then it's from Netflix, and then we removed the observations number 2000, okay, until 3000. We removed that, and then we plotted it. And what you notice here, okay, so this is the data that we removed. So it connected, no? It connected those data points. Okay, is this clear, class? So what's the point of this? What's the point here? What's the point in showing this? Guys, tell me what you can glean from this one. Anyone? Okay. What's important here, guys, is that when you download especially when you're dealing with a sensitive analysis, for example. Yahoo Finance does not really incorporate the missing data. Okay, what do we mean by that? So if there are, let's say, holidays or weekends, you notice that the prices are just continuous. It just ignores those missing data or ignores those the weekends, for example. We don't see flat lines during Saturdays and Sundays. We don't see that, right? Okay, so just be aware of that, because especially if you're going to make some analysis about very important dates, for example, you're doing a statistical analysis where you'd like to see the impact of a before and an after. Then in those instances, missing data can be very, very important. Okay, so Yahoo does not take into consideration missing data in as far as, let's say, holidays or long weekends is concerned. Okay, so in a sense, technically, if we're going to be very strict with the definition of a time series, it should technically it cannot be considered as a time series, because a time series is equally spaced. When you say time series, the dates are spaced equally, which means you have data all throughout across that period. Okay, so that's just what this is saying here, as far as missing data is concerned. Okay, so that's one limitation as far as the Quantmod, the chart series, is concerned. Okay, but you can see here that it just connected this one. Okay, it just connected the beginning and the ending. Okay, which indicates that it did not recognize the missing data. Okay, otherwise, if it was missing, it could have shown here a line, a horizontal line, and then connect it to the next point here. But here it just connected the point, which means that it did not consider this, it did not regard these missing data points here, and just made a connection between the last and the next one. Okay. So that's what that means. That's what the that portion means of the limitation of the chart series function of Quantmod. Okay, aside from the candlestick, we can create also bar charts in Quantmod. So here we're plotting a bar chart for Netflix. Okay, Netflix. Okay, HLC, it only includes the high, low, and the close. On the other hand, this one, just for December of 2020, with a particular theme and a bar type equal to HLS. The bar type can also be equal to OHLC. Okay, so let's, if we plot this first. So these are actually bar charts. Okay, we can see that, we can see it that much if we plot this one. Okay, there. Okay, so that's a bar chart. It plotted only the HLC. Okay, how about this bar chart, December, OHLC? Okay, so how do we interpret this? For example, if it's a bar chart and then OHLC, okay, the one on the left will always be what? The one on the left will be the opening, and the one on the right, okay, this line here, horizontal line, will be the closing. Okay, we know that this is green. We know green because the opening, okay, the closing price, this one, the one on the right, was higher than the opening, the one on the left. Okay, this one is orange, which means there was a decrease in price. The one on the left is the one on the left is always the opening price. Okay, the one on the right is always the closing price. Okay, so the closing price is lower than the opening price for this particular trading on this particular day. Okay, so the ones with the green ones means that the price went up, and always you will see the one on the left is lower than the one on the right. Then same thing, guys. The highest one is your highest, and the lowest one is your lowest price. Okay. All right. You can see here that at most parts of the month of that 2020, Netflix was the stock price of Netflix was going up. All right. Here, okay, bar chart. This is also the same as candle charts. Let's take a look at this. Okay, let's use this. Okay, so same thing. This is just the same as the chart series function. Okay, you can also do line chart. Okay, let me just plot the last two. Okay. So here the difference is only in the theme. Okay, about this one. Okay, so this is different, guys. Line type is equal to H. Okay. And but mostly this is the one used, where you have both the volume and the line chart combined. Okay, so this one we have already discussed, the subsetting. Okay, so these are just some formatting, changing the x-axis. Okay, and the last one, guys, we just have here some measures. Okay, so let's okay. Here we're plotting the chart series Netflix. TA stands for technical analysis. Okay. Okay. So the TA is equal to null. The TA argument is one way to specify the indicator calls to be applied to the chart. Okay. Null means don't draw anything. Okay. So for example, for this one, chart series, Netflix, theme white. Okay. For the technical analysis, we add the volume. Okay. We add the Bollinger Bands, and we add the CI. Okay. All right. So we have here the commodity channel index, the volume. Okay. So you can see, guys, how powerful Quantmod is, in particular for when we deal with when we do technical analysis. Okay, so can be done interactively, which means that you can do it one by one. Okay, so for example, this one. So this is just the volume and the line. Okay. Okay, let's start first with this one. Let's make it TA is equal to null, which means nothing with it, no volume. And then we add volume. Okay, sorry, it should be together. Okay. So it adds the volume. Okay, and then if we include the Bollinger Bands there. Okay, these are the Bollinger Bands. And also the CCI. Okay, I think we'll have some time towards the end of the term to go back to this technical analysis. Okay, but for now, we'll just leave it as that. Okay. Now, one thing very important it's very easy to get returns in time series analysis. Oftentimes, what we plot or what we forecast are the returns of the stock. So let's use the Starbucks data. Okay. So the default is Starbucks. Okay. And we know, guys, that the default is always for this year. It's July 1, okay, up to the latest trading day, which was yesterday, November 18. Okay, so these are Starbucks prices, and then okay, we can plot Starbucks chart series. So you can see the increase in the value of Starbucks over time. It will be interesting to determine what happened here. Was this during the great financial crisis? Okay, but overall the trend is going up for Starbucks. And then this gives us the daily returns of Starbucks. Okay, here we're creating an object called DR1. Okay, there, if we click DR1, okay, it's the daily returns. Okay, so what was used here? Was it the adjusted price or the closing price? Well, only one way to find out. Huh? So let's see, Starbucks. So did it use the closing price? Okay, so let's try to compute. Did it use the closing price or adjusted price? So copy this. So we're computing for the daily returns. Control C, Control V. To get the returns, we divide the most current divided by the previous price. Control C. So that's 1760.45, 1765 minus 1. Control Enter. So 0011,347. Was that the one used? 009831. It wasn't the one used. Let's see. Was it the adjusted? Let's copy this. Control C, Control V. Control C. So we're getting the daily returns. The current price divided by the previous price, 49181 minus 1, 0.001343. Okay, it's also not the same. Sorry. 113475. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I was looking at the wrong day. So this is the return on January 4. Okay, so the return on January 4 is the stock price on January 4 divided by the stock price on January 1. Okay, which is this one. This one, 17,645. Okay, the closing 17 point. What did I use a while ago? 17.645. Oh, why? Okay, here. Oh, open, high, low. Yeah, I was using the closing. Okay. Opening price, highest, lowest, closing. So I used the closing price. I was comparing January 4 and January 3. So that's 17,645 divided by 17.625 minus 1. So I'm getting a 0.113434752. 1134752. So this is it, guys. Okay. So this one gave us also the returns for January 3. This was compared to the price of the previous year, of the previous day. Okay. So very easy to compute for the stock prices, the returns. Okay. You can also compute for the weekly returns. And that's what makes a Quantmod really very easy. Okay, if we do this weekly returns, we'll have the weekly returns. So this is the week on week, and then the monthly returns also. Okay, so this month on month, it's the ending of the month, but we don't have here yearly. Okay. Wait. So yeah, pwede pala, no? It's okay. Yearly returns, it's also possible. Okay, or we can make use of the all returns function. Okay, so it will give us the daily returns, the weekly, the monthly, the quarterly, and the yearly returns. Okay, so all right, so that ends our discussion on Quantmod. I'm happy we were able to finish this. Okay, when we go on a break later on, I'm going to check. I think we were able to answer the question already, right? A while ago. Did we? What was that point? I might forget. This one. This one. Okay. Let me check this when we go on a break. Okay. Are there any questions, guys? Are there any questions?
Not yet.
Okay.
No.
How is our pace so far? Are we going slow? Okay. Kindly give me feedback. Guys, are we going slow, or is our pace too fast, or are we just okay?
It's okay.
Sir? Very fast?
It's okay for me.
Okay, thank you, Ronnie. How about Rob?
Okay for me, sir.
Okay lang. Okay, thank you, Love.
Okay.
Okay, and okay. Okay, thank you so much, guys. All right, now our next lesson will be about, we go first to machine learning before we go to the time series and the portfolio optimization. Okay, so I uploaded here two files, cardio and decision tree. Okay, so let's have, it's 7:28. Let's have a break first. The Quantmod package is quite tiring. Okay, are you okay, guys, with having a break first before we go to a new lesson, machine learning?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. How many minutes? Okay, we can make it 10 to 15 minutes. Okay, so we resume at 7:45. Will that be fine? But when you come back, guys, kindly make sure that you have, let me publish this. So I already published this too. This is the data that we're going to use, and then kindly open this RMD file. Okay, we're going to start our lesson on machine learning. Okay, with a model called decision tree. This is very interesting.
Okay, so
Okay, all right. So let's have our break now. Okay, let me pause the recording. Let's open the next file that we're going to use, okay, which is what's the name of the file? Okay, decision tree dash cardio. Okay, so I will leave you guys to read on things about machine learning. Okay, so we will just go straight to modeling machine learning. There are tons and tons of materials about what machine learning is. We will focus on, there are many let me see. Let me share with you, for example. Okay, did I write it here? There's this good site developed by SAS. Let me see, SAS. Okay, here. Let me share the site. Let me also put that here in our. Okay. All right. So very briefly, guys, machine learning. This was developed by one of the powerful software SaaS. Okay, it discusses what is machine learning. Of course, this is just a very brief introduction or brief description of what machine learning is. Okay, it's a method of data analysis. Okay, that's used for model building. It actually came from AI, artificial intelligence. Okay, and there are different ways. There are different methodologies that are used in machine learning. Some of it include. Okay, let me show here. Here, supervised learning, unsupervised learning, semi-supervised, and reinforcement learning. We're going to make use of supervised and unsupervised. Okay, so I leave you guys to read, to explore what are the things about machine learning. Okay, and see, these are the new things that are now being this is part of data science. Okay, so today we're going to make use of one method, one tool in supervised learning. Okay, and the first one that we'll discuss is is a very simple one, and it's called decision tree. Okay, most probably you have done a decision tree before, but this one in the context of huge data, in the context of R. Okay, so we're going to make use of the party package. Kindly install that first and then access that. Please install the party package and then access that. Just to if you're done, please tell me so that we can continue. And then, by the way, after you required it, kindly import. You know how to import, guys. But the cardio data set that I shared with you also. So wherever you place it, whether in your working directory or in whatever folder, kindly import the data set and then view it. Once you have imported the file, once you have loaded the package and imported the file, kindly inform me so that I know if all of you are ready.
Still installing, sir.
It's okay. It's okay. Thank you, sister.
After installing, sir, what we
Are you done? After
Yes.
installing, kindly import the data set, the CSV file that I shared with you, the cardio data set, and
yes.
then view it so that we can see it here in a matrix format, data frame format.
Sir, sorry, how do we import the CSV
File.
file? Yes,
Uh,
sir.
Okay, you can do it this way. Several ways to do it. You can do it this way. Under the environment tab, okay, here import, and then from text,
Abe text.
okay, from text, because it's a CSV file,
I put from Excel and need to install.
and then sorry, and then you go to the place where you save the file.
Yes, sir.
Okay, where did I save that?
Okay na, sir. Thank you.
Okay na, sige.
Opo. I was
Then-
using the Excel kasi kanina.
Okay, okay. So
Yes,
best to use so anyway, you know what type of file that is, right? If it's an Excel file or CSV file.
Yes, sir.
So best to use the specific type of file. So have you downloaded the data?
yes, sir.
Okay, how about Frank, Robbie? Are you there?
Unloaded, sir.
Downloaded. Okay, how about Frank?
Download.
Okay, good. All right. So today we're going to start our discussion on machine learning. Okay. Now I just gave a very brief overview of what machine learning is. Now you're a graduate student, so I assume that you'll be responsible enough to research on what machine learning is. Okay. So in machine learning, as I mentioned a while ago, there are different types of analytical methods. We're going to make use of the supervised and the unsupervised machine learning methods. Okay, one of the most popular among the supervised is decision tree, and decision tree tool is used to predict, to analyze your data and then predict usually a factor, a variable that's categorical. Okay, so we use this most often times to predict a categorical variable. Now, what we downloaded is actual data. This is cardio. This measures if I'm not mistaken, this is the beats per second, acceleration beats. This is something to do with the baby inside the mother's womb. Okay, so with the not necessarily baby, but the fetus. Okay, and then it tries to measure, okay, here NSP, whether the beat is normal, or suspect, which means something's wrong with it, possible, and P means pathologic, which means there's something wrong with the fetus. Okay, something wrong with what's inside the woman's body. Okay, so and we're going to try to predict based on these parameters, not all of them. We're going to use and model come up with a model that predicts whether it's N normal, S is suspect, and P it's pathologic. Okay, making use of our data, and then we'll try to see if how our model works, if it's okay or not, by comparing it with the actual data. Okay, so that's what the decision tree does. Okay, so let's do this first. Okay, once we have downloaded the data, okay, let's now take a look at the structure and the summary of the data. The structure, okay, so here we see that there are 22 variables all in all. Okay, LB, AC, FM, these are the three variables. For our purposes, we're just going to use these three variables to predict the heartbeat of the fetus in the woman's womb, whether it's N, which is normal here, okay, S is suspect, or P is pathologic. Okay. All right, but we notice that NSP is integer, so it's a number, and we would like this to be converted into a factor, because you cannot really we have to, in order for it to be classified properly, then it has to be converted as a factor. Okay, so far clear tayo, guys? Are we clear about this? Okay, we're not going to use, for the purpose of our example, we're not going to use all the variables here. I leave that up to you to explore on your own, maybe up to a MLTV. Try to see if the model will change. All right. So we'd like to create another variable. We'll call it cardio, $and SPF. I hope you recall this. This is our object cardio. $and SPF means that we're actually adding another variable, and then it's just converting your NSP column, NSP variable, as a factor. Okay, so this is easily explained, guys. Cardio, $NSPF, we're creating another column, another variable called NSPF, and then it will be made by converting the NSP variable in cardio as a factor. Okay, so let's see, and then let's see this structure, cardio. Okay, what happened now to cardio? There are now 23 variables, whereas before we had 22 variables, right? One was inserted, and let's see that one that was inserted. See, NSPF, and it's a factor. Okay, are we clear on this so far? Any questions? Any questions?
None so far, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Love, sister, any questions? Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you.
No.
Ronnie, clear so far?
No.
Okay, sister, any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, good. All right. Now, when we do machine learning, we do not run, we do not run and we do not use all this data in our model. What we do, especially when we're doing machine learning, is to partition the data, is to split the data so that we can use one set of the data for doing the modeling and another set to test how well our model is performing. Okay, so we split the data into two. One is the testing data, or you can call it any way you want. The training data, where you use the that portion to do the model, and then once you have done the model, we will ask R to use that model for that part of the data which has not yet been seen by the model. Okay, so that it will now see, we can now see if the model works also for that new quote unquote new set of data, new because it has not yet been seen by the model that we're creating. So that's what we're going to do here. Okay, so that portion is here. We partition the data. So this is now data partitioning. And in order for us to have the same partitioning, we will set that seed, okay, same number. And this is used when we do random numbers. Okay, and here we're creating an object called PD. Let's just call it PD, partition data. Okay, and then this is the function that we're going to use, sample. Okay, so from our cardio data, we're going to sample two data sets. We're going to split it. Okay, and then how many rows are there that we're going to sample from? So we're doing the n row function, n row of cardio. Okay, if you recall this, I think we discussed this before, n row of cardio. This gives us the number of rows of cardio. Okay, so we know that cardio has 2,126 rows. Let's see. Cardio here, 2,126 rows. And then we're telling R, okay, sample from this object, cardio, okay, get two samples, then replace is equal to true means when a sample is obtained, then it can be placed back. Okay, replace is equal to true. And then what will be the split? The split will be 80% and 20% for our case. Usually it's between 60, 65, 70, up to 80%, depending on the size of the data. Since this is 2,126 observations, it's okay. Okay, 20% of that is around 500, 400. That's still a big data to be considered as a testing data. All right. So let's first run this two. Okay, set that seed and we create the PD object. Okay, now you can see here this PD object. Okay, partition data, and it's an integer from 1 up to 2126. Okay, so let's see. Let's click the PD object. PD. Okay. Okay, maybe we should. Okay, I'll type PD here. PD. Okay, there. So what does the PD object consist of? Okay. Yeah, sorry. We have this function view. Okay, let's do that. It's easier to view it this way. Okay. What do you think these numbers are? Any guess what these numbers are?
Good.
The what, sister?
Wide blank.
Sorry, I missed what you were saying. Okay, so there are 2,126 observations. Now you see these are numbers, integers. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Number 5 is 2. Okay, the next number 14 is 2. Number 16 is 2. You should have gotten the same numbers, guys, because we set that seed to a certain number and then we did the random, the sample. You should be getting the same number. Could you kindly chat, please, if you got the same number, or just unmute yourself? Everyone, did you get the same number? Love, sister, Ronnie, and
No,
Roby?
sir.
You got a different number, sister?
I have gotten the result.
Sorry.
No, the result.
Okay, could you kindly share your screen, please? I'll stop sharing. Let me see what you're saying.
I don't know the PD result.
Okay. All right. Set that seed. You didn't change that, right?
On this one.
Okay.
This one.
After PD, kindly insert a line.
Yes.
After row 41,
Yes.
after row 41, kindly insert a please press enter at the end of row 41.
This one.
No, at the end of row 41. Delete that. Go to the end of row 41. Row 41 at the end.
So on the one.
41. 41, sister.
41.
Yeah,
Okay.
there. At the end of that. At the end there. Okay, enter.
Yes.
Okay, then let's view PD.
UPT. Like that.
Yes, please enter that. Control enter. No, sorry. Control
Yeah.
enter.
Now,
Could not find. It should be capital V, sister.
this one. Like that.
Okay. Same thing with I've seen that in other. It does not generate the spreadsheet. Okay. Try. Oh, sorry, sister.
I will stop here.
Sister.
Yes,
Uh,
po.
no, show your screen. Still show your screen, please. Okay. Could you kindly go to PD again? And okay, there was a spreadsheet here a while ago at the upper right. Okay. No, in the PD object there. Okay, there's on the upper right. Can you see here the?
This one.
No. Anyway, just can you click PD in the in the environment pane?
Yes.
Yeah.
This
Can you
one.
click that again? Do you see a spreadsheet here at the end? Is there a spreadsheet there?
No.
No. Okay. Just type. Okay. Let's go back to. Just go to the console. Console.
Console.
Upper right pane. Upper right pane. There are 4 panes there, right? Upper right pane.
Yes.
Upper right.
Right.
Right. Up. No. Go to the right.
Right.
There. That's the console pane, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. Go to the go there and then type PD
PT.
and then enter. Okay. Then go up. Okay. And then let's see your numbers. Okay. So let's see. 1, 1, 1, 1. The first 4 are 1, right?
1, 1, 1.
And then second is 2. Okay. And then the second here, the second 2 here is the 15th, I think. Yeah. 15th and then a 14th and then sister, I'm looking at the first line. Okay.
Yes.
First line. So the first 2 there is on the 4th, right?
Yes.
And then the second 2 is the 14th. The second 2.
Second.
You have another 2, right? On the right, on the same line. First row.
This one.
Look at the first row. First row, yes. The first one is 2, right? The first 2 is on the 4th, is on the 5th one, right? Okay, how many 2s are there on your first line?
3.
Yeah, 3. The first one is the 5th, right? The second one is the 14th.
Yes.
And the third one is your 16th, right? Right, sister?
Yes, po. Yes.
Okay.
Okay lang. Yes, I just saw.
Then, wait. Just to be clear, sister, could you kindly show your screen again?
So sorry.
It's okay. I just want to make sure that everybody understands this. So what are your first 4 elements there? first four?
First four is
1, right?
1, yes.
Yeah, the fifth is,
The fifth is 2.
yes, correct. And the next, what's the 14th element there? 14th, 1, 4.
14, 1, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, go ahead, just to be sure.
Two.
Yes, correct. Your 14th element is 2. And your 16th element is what?
It's 2
Is
also.
2, is 2 also. Okay, okay. Thank you, sister. So
Yes.
let's now go back to, could you stop sharing, please?
Thank you.
All right. Okay, let me just clarify. Thank you, sister, for showing your screen. Okay, what sister generated is the same as mine. The only problem is that I don't know why it doesn't show as a data frame in sister's computer. But if we compare the elements of PD, the partition data, it's the same. Mine is 1, 2, 3, 4. The first 4 elements are 1. The fifth element is 2. The 14th element is 2. The 16th element is 2. Okay, and so on and so forth. So sister got the same result as I. How about Ronnie? Do you have the same result as I?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Ron. How about Robbie? Same
Yes,
result
sir.
as mine. Okay, thank you. And Love, same result.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. Now, which means that our set.seed work. Okay, the set.seed function that we use work because we have now the same random sample. Okay, so what does this mean? The ones here will go to our first group. We said that the first group should be 80 all in all, 80% of the total. And the number 2 here will go to the next group. Okay, so the first group will be our training group. And the second group will be our testing group. We're going to use our training group to come up with a model. And then we'll check the model. We'll see how efficient, how correct it is. And then we're going to use that model in order to see how that will work with the testing group. So in machine learning, that's what we do. Okay, we do not use everything in our data set in order to model. Okay, remember our model is we'd like to predict if given these variables, the LB, the AC, the FC, if the fetus in the mother's womb is normal or suspect or pathologic. So this is a medical data. Okay, are we clear on that so far? Class, are we clear on that? So the objective is to predict, come up with a prediction, come up with a model by which we can predict if a particular observation will have normal findings or suspect or pathologic. Okay, and we're using only the training data first to do our model. We do not use everything, the 2,126 data sets. Okay, we do not use that because we don't have another data in order to test our model. So what we do is to partition the data to split it. Okay, and I know we have the same number. We have the same, exactly the same partitioning of the data. We use 80%, 20%. As I said, that this is arbitrary. You can use 70-20. Okay, when the sample size is big, I would normally use 80-20 or 75-25. But if it's small, then usually I would use 65 or 70%. Okay, all right. Then, how do we now create our two data sets? Okay, how do we now create our two data sets? Okay, first let's create our. Okay, what's wrong with this? Yeah, sorry about this. Okay. Okay. Something. Okay, kindly check, guys. Kindly correct the code. Okay. So what are we doing now? Okay, and then let's just remove the parentheses here. we can just use the view. Okay, here we're creating an object called view. So what's this? What is this view all about? Our view object is from our cardio. It's our cardio object. Okay, and then we are subsetting it so that it will only include those rows whose PD is equal to 1. Okay, so that's what this means. So we're creating an object called train object, and it's the cardio object. And then which of the cardio object? From the cardio object, only those that whose PD is equal to 1. Okay, so the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the sixth, up to the 13th, etc. So those are the only ones that will be part of your train data set. And then on the other hand, we will create another object. Here we're calling it validate. Okay, and it's also from cardio, but it consists of those for the rows. It's those whose PD is equal to 2. And then take note here, empty, it means all the columns will be included. So all the columns included, here. For the rows, only those whose PD is equal to 1. And here, PD is equal to 2. Okay, so let's do this. Let's run train. And then let's view train. Okay, sister, I hope you have this. Okay, sister, were you able to run this? Did it generate the train function? The train object? Let me flash again the code. Train object, and it's coming from the cardio object. For the row, it's the rows are the ones whose PD is equal to 1, and then it's all the columns. Okay, and then for validate, it's also coming from cardio object, and it's the ones that, okay, whose PD is equal to 2. That is for the rows, and then for the columns, everything. Okay, let's see. Sister, were you able to get this? The train, did it generate the train object in?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now take a look, guys, at the. Okay, so this only consists of 1,718. Okay, why only 1,718? I thought cardio, guys. I thought cardio was 2,126 objects. Yes, but this only is 80%. Okay, it's only 80%. Why 80%? Because that's what we run in our model. We partition the data so that 80%, okay, will go to the first sample and 20% will go to the next sample. Okay, and then for this one, validate, we are creating another object called validate. So let's run this. Okay, so here we have our validate object. Okay, and there are only 408 entries. So the 408 entries here plus the 1718 entries, that will give you 2126, the total of your cardio. Okay, so what's not found? Okay, so all right, so we split the data. Okay, and then what we're going to do is to model the trained data, and later on we're going to see if it works with the validate data. Okay, clear so far, guys? Clear
Yes.
so far? Okay, thank you. How about?
Yes.
Thank you, thank you. Our two gentlemen, Rob and Ron.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Now we're going to make use of the classification tree function. Okay. C3 is the most important function in the party package. Okay, because this will create a decision tree, classification tree. So let's call our object tree.1. Okay, and then we're going to make use of the classification tree. So what are we doing here? We are regressing our variable NSPF. Okay, remember this is a factor. Okay, so when we do decision tree, our dependent variables should be a factor. Okay, and then we're just going to regress it. Okay, when we regress, we use the tilde function, tilde, and then we're going to just regress it on the first three variables, the LB, the AC, and FM. Okay, I leave you guys to work on this and to experiment using the other variables. Okay, and then we have to identify the data should be equal to the trained data. Remember? Okay, we're not using the cardio data. Okay, because if we use the cardio data, it will make use of the 2,126 observations, leaving us with nothing to test our data. So we're just using the 1,700, that's 1,718 observations. Okay, and later on, after we have created the model, we will use that model in order to see if it works with our validate data set. Okay, all right, so let's run this. Okay, I don't think I have. Okay, have I run? Sorry, I forgot to run party. Okay, make sure that you run party, guys. Okay, there. So you notice it didn't run because I haven't accessed yet. I haven't required the party package. Okay, so I'm waiting for it to load. And then once, okay, it's already loaded. So once I load it, we can now do the C3. The C3 function. Okay, let me just close this. All right, here. C3 function, take note, we're using the data, the train data. Okay, control enter. Okay, so we now have this 3.1 object. Okay, so it's a large binary tree. Okay, the 3.1 object is a large binary tree. Now we can print this. Let's just do this one by one, line by line. Print our object 3.1. Okay. All right, so let's see what this gives us. Okay, it's a conditional inference. So we're coming up with inferences. We're coming up with certain conclusions. And it has 10 terminal nodes. I'll explain later on what these 10 terminal nodes are. Okay, so first we have the response variable as NSPF. And then the inputs are the three variables, the first three variables from the from our cardio data or the train data, I should say, LB, AC, and FM. And there are 1,718 observations. Okay. Now take note that there's a path here that's being traced. Okay. We will go back to this because it's difficult to understand this here. But what's important is that there are asterisks here. Okay. And the asterisks are the terminal nodes. So if you count this, node 4, node 5, node 6, okay, node 11, node 10, node 12, node 14, node 17, 18, 19. If we count them, they are 10, and they are the terminal nodes. Okay, when you say terminal nodes, they end in that node, which means we have a conclusion at that node. Okay, so how do we read this? Okay, there are several ways to read this, but before we go to the plot, let's first understand this. So we have node 1, 2, 3, 4. It stops at 4. Okay, so this is the end of this particular path. On the other hand, we have here, okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, and then it goes here. This is 3, and then 5. That's another path. 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, and we have another one. 1, 2. Okay, because this is the main branch. 1. Okay, it's followed by either 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 5. That's another one because it ends in the asterisk. And then 1, 2, 6. Okay, so for this side of the printout, you have here 3 paths. PATHS. Okay, maybe I didn't pronounce the word well. There are 3 paths that we can trace. Okay, and then there are certain conclusions about this. Okay, so what does this tell us? Let me just briefly tell us what this is. So first, it says here that if the AC is less than around 0.008 or 0.001, if it's less than 0.001, then we go to LB. You have to check LB. So we first look at the AC variable. So it turns out that the AC variable is the most important variable because it starts from there. Okay, if the variable AC is less than 0.001, let me just round it off. We go to number 2, check if the LB is less than or equal to 136. If it's less than 136, then we go to number 3. Check FM. If FM is less than 0.111, okay, then we go to this conclusion 4. Okay, 4. What's that for? We're going to see, look at that later. Okay. All right. So any questions here, guys? You can actually read this. For example, this path 1, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's one path. Or 1, 7, 8. There's 9 here, 9, 11. We have to end in the asterisk. And then this one, 1, 7, 8, 12. Okay, and then this one, 1, 7, 13, 14. That's another path. Okay, and then we have this one, 1, and then 7, okay, and then 13, 15, 16, 17. Okay, so I think that's it's easy to interpret this. Okay, the paths here. As I mentioned, there are 10 paths in all. 10 paths, and there are 10 terminal nodes out of 19 nodes. So all in all, there are 19 nodes, but only 10 of them are terminal. Okay, let's pause for a while, guys. So far, am I making sense? Maybe not, guys, because it's difficult really to see the model just by using the print. Okay, that's why we go here to plot. Okay, so let's run this plot. We plot the 3.1 model. So Control Enter. Okay. Okay, now this looks now a lot easier. Okay, so let me increase the size. Let me maximize this. Okay. So this is our diagram. This is our decision tree. Now take note, it looks like an inverted tree. AC is the root. Okay, so that's the most important one. This one, this AC. If you invert this, okay, it will look like a tree. These are the leaves. Okay, these are the leaves. These are the 10 terminal nodes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The one that I mentioned a while ago. All in all, there are 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 nodes all in all, of which 10 are terminal. The others are non-terminal. Okay, so let's see what this is telling us. So we start with number 1, right? Take a look at the path. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Terminal node. 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, that's another path. 1, 2, 6. This is what I showed you a while ago. Okay, so this is 1, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 7, 8, 9, 11. 1, 7, 8, 12. 1, 7, 13, etc. Okay, so we will be able to trace the different paths. All in all, there are 10 paths because it traces 10 terminal nodes. Okay, so how do we interpret this? If AC is less than 0.001, so it was rounded off because in the print it was 0.0008 something. So this just rounds it off. If the AC is 0.001, then what do we do next? We go to LB. Okay, remember AC, LB, and FM are the variables. So you first take a look at AC. That's the first step. Okay, this is the main root. If you look at AC, if it's less than 0.001, then you go to LB. On the other hand, if it's greater than 0.001, you once again check if AC is less than, is less than 0.002, or if it's greater than 0.002. So we have another layer of checking for the AC. So, all right, so let me just finish this. If AC is less than 0.001, we go to LB. If LB is less than 136, if you recall, this was in the print output, we go to FM, and then if FM is less than or equal to 0.12, then the answer is node 4. What's node 4? The inference is that it is normal. Why? Take a look at these probabilities here. The greatest probability is 1. What's 1, guys? That's the normal finding. Number 2 is the suspect. Number 3 is the pathologic. So NSP. Okay. So for this path, we are predicting that it should be should be what? It should be normal. If it's this one, if it's less than 0.001, the AC, go to LB. If LB is greater than, then LB, if LB is less than or equal to 136, you go to FM. And if FM is greater than 0.112, then you go to node 5. Node 5 here, 100%, we're very definite here, 100% that it is pathologic there. Okay, and that goes on and on for the others. Okay, for some guys, we're really very sure here. For example, this one, it's 3. The probabilities of the others are 0. Okay, also this one, it's really 1. The probabilities of the others are really very, very small. It's practically 100%. Also this one, node 19, very small percentage for 2 and practically none for 3. Okay, but there are some that the probabilities are quite close here. It's around maybe 40+% and 40%. Okay. All right. Then, okay, we go back to our model. Okay. We can plot the same model and just type simple. Okay, type is equal to simple. Let's see what that will generate. Okay, type simple. Control enter. Okay, so let's just wait. Doesn't run here. It should reflect here. It's my compute. Yeah, there. All right. Let me maximize this. Okay. So we see here a more complete 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We see here a more complete decision tree. Okay. Although we can't see here, this gives us here the probability is 0.711, 0.091, and this other small probability. So here I mentioned a while ago that it's quite close, 40% versus 49% probability. But this one, it's 100% P, okay, NSP. Okay, and we have the others also. So this is our decision rule class. Okay, that's our decision rule. Okay, why don't we try this? Okay, let's try this and see if it will work with our model, with our data. Okay, let's go to train. Okay, let me. So let me just minimize some of them. Okay. All right, please check your data, guys. Check your data. Okay. For the first one, for the first observation under train, okay, the actual was suspect here, number 2, right? So here, NSP, NSPF, they're the same. This is just integer. This is the categorical variable or factor. So the actual value is 2, right, guys? So this is suspect. Okay, let's try our model. Let's see if our model will work here. Okay, first we go to AC. AC less than 0.001. Let's take a look at AC of the first observation. So which path do I take? The left one or the right one? AC is 0.00000. Which path do I take, class? The left one or the right one? Left or right? Yes. It's less than 0.001, right? So I go here. This is what we do. So we go to LB. It says here, go to LB. Okay, so I go to LB now. LB here. Okay, so from here, from AC, we went to LB. And then we check. Is LB greater than or equal to 136? What's our LB? I'm sorry, less than. Okay, less than. Our
Less
LB is 120. So where do we go? Left or right?
Left.
Left, correct. Less than 136, right? So we just follow the diagram. Okay, nothing difficult about this. We're just following the diagram. So it says there, we go to FM. We go to FM now. FM is 0.0000. Okay, that's our FM. So is FM less than 0.11 or greater than 0.11?
Less than.
Less than. So here we go. Here. So it goes to node 4 where 0.711. So the prediction here is that it is normal, right? 1. Because this is 0.711, right? If you recall, this is the 1 here is the highest. It's the prediction. But if you take a look at this, the actual is 2, right? So for the first observation, this model committed an error. So it was not able to predict correctly the NSP value of observation 1. Okay, is that clear, guys? Is that clear? Hello?
Yes.
Are you okay, guys? Are you okay? So you just follow the decision tree. It's very easy to follow. Just follow the rule. Okay, let's take another one. Why don't we look at this one? Okay, the actual is number 3. Let's see if our model will be able to predict correctly this observation. So let's start with AC. Is AC less than 0.001? Guys, where do I go? Left or right?
Greater, not like.
Yeah, we go to the right, right? We go to the right because it's greater than 0.001. Then after that, here is another AC. Is AC less than 0.002 or is it greater than 0.002? We go again to AC. Do we go left or do we go right? 0.001049. So where do we go?
Greater than. Yes.
So we go to node 8, right? We go to node 8 because it's less than 0.002. Okay? And it says here we go to LB. Look at LB. Look at LB again. Look at LB 134. So let's check. So to which node now will I go? Shall I go to 9 or shall I go to 12? Hello, guys. It's very easy. You're just looking at it's just tracing the path. It's just
This is
like,
number 3. This is number 3, sir.
we're here at node 8. Okay.
Yes, on the,
And then we want to
observation
know
number.
whether the two possible scenarios are we go to number 9 or we go to number 12. We go to node 9 or node 12. So we are here. This is observation number 6. So take note 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 6. You recall this, guys? Why is there no 5 here? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 6. Why is there no 5 here? Why? Remember, guys? Why is there no observation 5 here? Because 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 6. Because it's in the validate data. Guys, look, 5, 14, 16. Remember, we split the data, okay? Remember, we split the data into 2. The first data, the trained data, is 80% of the original data, the cardio data. Okay, there are 1718 entries here. Here we only have, which accounts for 20% only, 408. Okay? And you can see here in the index 1, 2, 3, 4, there's no 5, there's no 14, there's no 16 because they are all in the decision tree. They are all in the validate data set. 5, 14, 16, etc. Okay? But what did we use in order to come up with our model 1, our 3.1? When we came up with our 3.1, we used this. We used the trained data. Okay? And so now we're checking if our model is able to correctly predict the values of our trained data. So we go back here, guys. Okay, we are now in number 8. Okay, so should we now go after number 8, guys? It says here, okay, no, from 7, we go, since AC, we go to AC, AC is less than 0.002, we go to 8 instead of 13. So we're now in number 8. Go to LB, okay? This is the node LB. And then we have two choices, either going to number 9 here or number 12 here. Where do we go? Do we go to number 9 or we go to number 12? Ronnie, would you like to share your thoughts? Should we go to number 9 or number 12?
I think should go to number 9.
Yeah, correct. Why number 9?
Yeah. Because the probability is less than 0.001.
No. LB, you use this. LB. Under LB, you check whether it's less than or equal to 136. So you have to check LB. So we go to LB. LB is 134. Okay, the decision, guys, is not on the inside the node. It's on the lines. Okay, you use the lines in order to determine whether you should go to a certain node or the other. Here, we're told you go to LB and then check if the value of LB is less than or equal to 136. So for observation number 6, we went to LB, it's 134. So Ronnie is correct in saying that we go to node 9. Okay, so we're now in node 9, so it's either we go to 10 or 11. Okay, can somebody please tell me if we go to number 10 or number 11? So it is? Hello?
10.
Why 10, sister?
Less than.
So we're asked here if FM, if the FM
FM less
variable
than
0.01, maybe this is
less
0.011.
than
Okay, sorry, we weren't able to get the. Okay, is it less than 0.012? So that's the question. FM. So is FM less than 0.012? Here your FM is yes, it's less than 0.012. So we go to node number 10. Okay. And what's node number 10? Remember, these are the terminal nodes, the one in gray. The terminal nodes are the ones that that tell us whether your prediction is N, S, or P. Okay. So here we're predicting that it's node number, what's this? 0.874. So that's the highest probability here. Okay, so let me just show that again. Okay, so let's maintain this. There. Oops. Here it's 0.87% already. So even if we still have smaller values here, we know that the choice here is node is category number 1, right? The arrangement is 1, 2, and 3. Category number 1, that's normal. But what is our actual data? Number 6, Number 6 is not 3. It's pathologic. So we see here another mistake. Okay, another mistake. Okay, are we clear so far, guys? So what we did here was to come up with a decision tree in order to predict our variable and SPF, which is a categorical variable. So when you do decision trees, you work on categorical variables also only. If it's quantitative, then you will have to convert it into a categorical variable. As far as your target variable is concerned, your dependent variable is concerned. Okay, clear so far? Clear so far, guys?
Yes.
Okay, are you still with me? You seem to be so quiet. Are you still with me, guys? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, love. How about how about Ronnie? Are you still there? Robbie, are you still there? Okay, maybe Robbie left already. Ron, are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Can follow.
Thank you. If you have questions, please feel free to stop me, okay? All right. Now, we can prune the tree. When you say prune the tree, okay, we can lessen the tree because here we actually have 19 nodes and then 10 terminal values. Okay, if you want a smaller tree, okay, you can do that. However, guys, if you do a smaller tree, it might not be that accurate, okay, compared to a bigger tree. Okay, so let's do that. How do we prune the tree? Okay, we insert this controls function. So controls is equal to control tree C3 classification tree control, and then we add this. Okay, it's minimum criteria. So this is the level of significance, the level of confidence, 0.9, and then minimum split. For minimum split, it means you can split the node if there are 200 samples already in a particular branch. Okay, so let's just run this. Here I'm creating an object called tree.1a. Okay, so let's run this first. Okay, and then let's just okay, maybe this one. Let's just plot and see what happens. So it's a smaller model as shown by the, okay, how many nodes do we have now? We only have 17 nodes, okay? So 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, okay, 17 nodes all in all. A while ago, we had 19 nodes. 17 nodes of which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You only have nine terminal nodes. Okay, a while ago, you have 19 nodes all in all with 10 terminal nodes. So you see, we can split. We can split the, or we can prune the tree. Okay, we can prune the tree by adding controls to our code. Okay, here we added controls, right? Okay, so let's do it one more time. Okay. All right, here, this time we do a minimum criterion of 0.95 and then a minimum split 300. Okay, 300. Okay, if we split with a minimum of 300, it means you will have less nodes. Okay, so let me run. We'll call it 3.1b. Let's run this. Do I have 3.1b now? Did it run already? Okay, not yet. Control enter. Okay, there. I now have 3.1b there. And then let me just once again plot the simple. Okay, so what happened now? How many nodes do we have? We only have 15 nodes. So a while ago we had 19 and we trimmed it down to 17, and now we have 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we only have 8 terminal nodes. Okay, so how do we now, again, same way to interpret. Okay, same way to interpret. Okay, so questions about this pruning the tree? Class, do you have questions about pruning the tree?
Sir.
Yes? No questions? Okay, so no questions. Let me proceed. Okay, I will just end with just the confusion matrix. Okay, now what are we doing now? We will have to predict, guys. We will need to create an object which summarizes the prediction of our model. So we're going to use the predict function. Okay, so what does this tell us? Let's create an object. Okay, P1. This is a predict one for our train for our maybe tree1 model. Okay, and then here I'm using. Okay, why don't we do this? Okay, here we used 1.a. Okay, that's okay. This should be. Okay, could you copy this, guys? Okay, why don't we do this? Let's transfer this. Control X. Let's transfer this to here. So that 1B and 1B are together here. Okay. All right. So what are we going to do now? Okay, so okay, could you kindly copy this? Control C. This prediction. We don't have a prediction here. Okay, so let's just insert here. Okay, sorry about that, guys. And 1A. Okay, what are we doing now? Let's first predict. Let's first predict the values of our model, tree1A model. Okay, using the train data. So how many observations does the train data have? 1718. So what we're going to do here is we're going to predict our train data using the 3.1A model, and we're going to call it P1T. Okay, so let's run this. Okay, so we have here P1T factor with 3 levels. Okay, did you get the same output, guys? A factor with 3 levels. Okay, so let's view P1T. Okay, so what do we have now here? P1T is the predicted value. They are the predicted values. Okay, so you have here 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. These are the predicted values. And then when you go to number 2, okay, number 2 is the 10th observation, it's number 2. So these are the predicted values, and then we're going to compare it with the actual values because we have the actual values of our train data. So there are also 1,718 entries, 1718 entries. Our train also has 1718 entries, and we're going to compare the predicted value with the NSPF values and see which predictions are correct and which are wrong. Okay, so how do we do that? Okay. So remember, guys, for the trained data, okay, although I have shown that, okay, these are our actual values 211113. Okay, for our predicted values, it's 111111112. Okay, so you notice that 21113333. Okay, the first three are the second three are correct. Actual 2111. Okay, the predicted. So this is wrong. This is correct. So these are wrong again. So you can see here that the our model has correct when we use the model to predict the values of train, then we have correct ones and we have wrong ones. Okay, not a perfect model. Okay, so let's just finish this. Okay, so here I'm going to create a table. Okay, so here the function table will create a table for us. And let's call it tab.1a. And what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Okay. This should be the y-axis and this is the x-axis. So we're putting side by side on a table, okay? We're going to create a table which summarizes the values of your predicted and your actual, okay? So our predicted value is actually, what's our predicted value? What's our predicted value? What's our predicted value? Our predicted value is the predict of 3.1a, right? That's our predicted value. This one, predict of 3.1a. Okay, or it's also the P1T. Okay, P1T. Let's see if we'll get the same answer. And then side by side with the actual, okay, side by side with the actual, which is equal to, from the train object, the NSPF column. Okay. So we're creating an object here, a table, and then we ask R to print that table. So let's run this too. Control Enter. There. Okay. So this is our table. On the y-axis, we have predicted. On the x-axis, we have actual. Okay. So what's this? Here, the model 3.1a predicted that it will be normal, and indeed it was normal. So this is the correct prediction for 1. Okay. Here in the next one, it was predicted that it will be 1, but actually it was 130. So this is wrong prediction. The model predicted that it will be 1, but it was actually 2. So 130 wrong predictions. For this one, predicted to be 1, but the actual was 109. So wrong again here. Okay. Now how about this? Predicted to be 2, but actually it was 50. So actually it was 1. So 50 items all in all. Okay. So 50 wrong predictions. This one again, guys, sorry, I think I made I was not clear in explaining this. It was predicted to be 1, but actually it was 2. So 130 misclassification. Here, 109 misclassification, because it was predicted to be 1, but it turned out actually to be, it was actually 3. Okay, so the correct predictions here are the diagonals, the 1, 2, 9, 8, the 96, and the 11. All the rest are what we are misprediction. They were mispredicted. Okay, so this is what we call the confusion matrix. Okay, so that's the confusion matrix. Okay, so call this the confusion matrix. Oops, sorry. Oh, what happened? Oh no. Did I lose my? Oh boy. I'm sorry, guys. I think I deleted my I deleted my worksheet. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Okay. Anyway, guys, it told us that uh, can somebody please show their either Love or Ronnie or sister? Can you just show your screen? Let me just explain from using your screen. I'm sorry about that. I accidentally deleted or closed my file.
Yes po.
Yeah. Hello. Can you whoever can you show their screen? Ronnie. Okay. Oh, okay, sister. Thank you. All right. So let me just explain that last part. Okay. I'm looking at. I think I was very fast. Where's R1A? Go up, sister. Okay, there. Go up, go up, go up there. Okay. So I'm looking at okay, I'm looking now at row 90. Okay. So we have run the code in 89, right? That's the one shown here. Okay, and we can see that you have missed wrong predictions. By the way, we call this the confusion matrix. You may wish to write that down. Confusion matrix. This is called the confusion matrix. Okay. Now, if you want to know the percentage of correct predictions, what do? We just add the diagonals there. 1298 plus 96 plus 11. And the code for that is just sum of the diagonals of our table, tab.1a. This is our table, divided by the sum of our table. So the diagonals divided by everything, that will give us the percentage of correct predictions. And then the wrong predictions will be simply 1 minus that value, right? Because everything is 100%, 1 minus that value will be the wrong prediction. Okay, sister, can you please run the last row 19, 89, 90, and 91? Highlight that and then, okay, control enter. There. Okay, so we have 81.78% correct and 18% misclassified. Okay, so that's our model. Okay, so we stop there. It's already time. May I invite you to please go through the rest, okay, and take a look at how about which is better, tab.1a or tab.1b. Let's see if tab.1a, if 3.1a is better than 3.1b. So you do the same for 3.1b. Okay, so you model, you predict the values using 3.1b. So you'll be creating P, maybe P2T. Just continue with the next, okay, and then let's see. Let's compare if using 1.1a is better than 1b. What's the difference? Remember, there was a difference between the model 3.1a because we restricted 3.1b. Okay, remember we placed controls to it, so there were only seven terminal nodes as compared to 10 in 3.1a. Okay, and then once we do that, guys, you do the same and test it in the validation data. Okay, remember we are doing this in the tree data. So what now will happen if we try to use a data that has not been seen by the model? Because remember, the model has seen the data, the training data, because the model was created out of the training data. Let's see if if the model is also okay if we're using a data that's that has not been seen, which is the validate data. Okay. All right. With that, guys, thank you so much for your patience. We end our session today. Okay, so let me just stop recording.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, sorry, yeah.